Hello and welcome to Brodual. This time we have JK's Windhelm. This is the second mod in the JK series, with the first focusing on Whiterun. This time the author's heading over to the other side of the Civil War and has created a mod that overhauls the entire rebellious city. Similar to the author's first mod, this one changes the city by breaking it down into individual sections and then completely overhauling them to create several key areas around the city. So for example, you might remember the Skyforge taking a much more unique appearance in the JK Whiterun. As of right now, the mod overhauls all parts of the city except for the Grey Quarter, which the author plans to change in a future update. As you can see from the before and afters, the difference is immediately noticeable, and the mod tries to add a bit more structure with several archways across the city. At the entrance you'll be met with a new Isgrimor statue, also known as the Father of the Nords, which fits in both aesthetically and with the ideals of the city. On top of that, there's also several structures that both help make things look a little more busy and unique. So instead of just endless high walls, there's now small shelters, signs, ornaments and more. The area around the inn has also been made to look more cluttered, in an attempt to make it look more like a busy inn. So there's now a huge tankard full of the Nords' favourite drink, and there's also extra storage space too. The market area and graveyard also received some treatment. The market was expanded quite significantly with an entirely new area and extra details around the blacksmiths. The graveyard, however, was altered with the addition of some extra foliage and decoration to help separate the different levels of the graveyard, which also helps signify that potentially rich or powerful people were buried on the higher and now better maintained ground. The thing we liked the most about the first mod was how it added new paths you could take when walking around the city, and this mod is no different. There's now several key areas that expand on the city, both on the ground level and on higher levels too. So for example, there's a new bridge and shrine area that connects from the top of the inn towards some of the NPC's homes. In the Valenstrad area, there's also an entirely new path taking you to a higher, previously unused area of the city. Following the path will take you to a new and unique shrine of Talos, which shows off the warrior spirit within Nordic culture. On top of that, there's also the Forgotten Valley. This is another new area crafted through the expanded market and also connecting to the Valenstrad district, near the city's player home. These areas are actually pretty small, but despite their size, we think they add a lot to the city, not only visually, but also improving exploration and how you maneuver through the city's districts. And finally, our favourite change to the city is also a change to the player home. Considering it's probably the most difficult and expensive home in the game, it's quite a letdown to have to use the city's smithing equipment anytime you want to craft your own gear. But now you can make use of a brand new exterior forge area, covered by a gate and some hanging moss. There's just something quite cozy about its cramped and cluttered design that we really like. All of the equipment is in a close proximity and there's a decent amount of storage space too. It's pretty much everything you'd want for a light game forge area in a player home. So overall, you can very clearly tell the same person designed both JK Windhelm and JK Whiterun. So if you like the author's first mod and want some consistency in the uniqueness across the cities, then we definitely recommend you give this a go. Hopefully the author can follow up with changes to the Grey Quarter soon, but until then you can actually make use of the Dawn of Windhelm's changes. Other than that, as long as you avoid the obvious like most other overhauls and open cities, you shouldn't have any issues. So if you're interested in the mod, then you can find a link down below. And as always, be sure to leave an endorsement on any mod you enjoy, and thanks for watching.